Spare the rod, spoil the child. That's how I was raised, and I turned out fine. A little pop in the mouth never hurt anyone. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Charles, trauma expert, neuropsychologist, and neurodiversity advocate. These may be some of the lines that we heard growing up. Said with authority, said with conviction, and maybe with love. But here's the thing, were they right? Today we're checking in on the research, decades of it, and what it says about this topic. Whether you're a parent yourself, a gunkle, a teacher, or just somebody who has to deal with kids in the world, you're gonna want to watch this one till the end. Let's dive in. Okay, we've all been there, let's be honest. Tired, overwhelmed, stressed, and not sure of what to do. So, you reach for what you know, what you were taught. And here's the thing, spanking seems to work, at least for a moment. You stop the behavior, and it feels like you've handled it. But what's really happening? Well, it turns out research shows that you've just reinforced a fear response and not actually taught growth or understanding. And while you may have shut down the behavior, you've actually increased the likelihood that your child will become more aggressive, defiant, or even antisocial. Neuroimaging shows that spanking actually activates the same regions of the brain as more severe forms of abuse. So, in other words, a child's brain doesn't see this as discipline, it sees it as a threat. And repeated threats actually change the brain. Spanked children actually show more difficulties regulating their emotions, their stress responses, and show worsened cognition. Put simply, it doesn't just affect their behavior, it actually affects their brain development. And on top of all this, when a child is hit, they don't just feel pain, they feel a very deep sense of betrayal. You see, the thing is, as children, we are all born with this innate sense of trust or attachment to our parents and caretakers. These are supposed to be the people that we know we can trust to keep us safe. And when that trust is broken, that natural bond between you and your child is negatively affected. It teaches kids that with love can come pain and increases the likelihood that they will be involved in some form of abusive relationship, either as a perpetrator, a victim, or both. So, okay, let's agree, not spanking, but what? Well, here's what the experts actually recommend. First, we need to work on managing our own emotions better. After all, if we can't handle our tempers, why would we expect our children to be able to? Pay attention to what sets you off and when you are most vulnerable. Practice deep breathing and other relaxation techniques to help you remain in control. Next, we want to focus mostly on positive reinforcement. Catch your children doing the right thing and reinforce that. Reward it. This will actually teach your children that their efforts to improve and be better are not in vain. This also reduces the chances that your children will stop listening to you, shut you out, and shut down. The other thing we need to do is make sure whatever consequences we decide are consistent. Clear rules with predictable outcomes. We do need to teach our children that privileges can be lost, that they are not the same as inalienable rights. But those consequences need to be fair and connected to the behavior. Okay, I feel like this one needs an example. So let's say that your kid is playing video games and you overhear them being rude and disrespectful. And let's say that you have warned them already that this behavior is not acceptable, and if they keep it up, they're gonna lose the video game. The thing is, if you keep saying that and they don't actually lose the video game because for lots of reasons you're tired and busy and it's your babysitter, then that child is going to learn that you're not serious and they're not going to take you seriously and redirect or change their behavior. It's also okay to take something away and give your child a chance to earn it back through good behavior. The other thing that we need to do is to utilize timeouts, not as a punishment, but as time and space to regulate. And when that timeout is over, teach your child how to name and manage what they're feeling. For instance, help them recognize when a video game is making them upset and teach them how to walk away. Don't just tell them to walk away, but show them. Give them outlets such as drawing or journaling to help them express what they're feeling versus acting out what they're feeling. Or how to use deep breathing. Most importantly, we have to model this ourselves. Children pay way more attention to what we do than what we say. Name your own emotions, share what works for you, and be the change that you want to see in them. And there we go. No hitting, no yelling, just strategy. Because discipline isn't about punishment, it isn't about control, it's about teaching. And the last thing that I want to say is that I know in some cultures spanking is normalized, but just because something is normal doesn't mean it's healthy. Across the globe, across communities, the data says the same thing. Spanking causes harm. It's not effective, it's not safe, and it's not necessary. There are way more effective ways to teach our children how to be better versions of themselves. So let's raise our children with boundaries, not bruises. Let's raise them better. As always, thank you so much for watching. If this video hit home for you, please drop a comment below and let me know. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Remember to take care of yourselves out there, and we'll see you next time.